Have you ever felt like your money just disappears? One day you're flush with cash, and the next, you're scraping by until payday. It's a frustrating cycle that leaves many of us stressed and confused. But what if I told you there's a simple tool that could change all that? Subscribe now and stick around to discover the secret to financial peace of mind. Hey there, money mavens! Today, we're diving into the world of budgeting. But don't click away just yet. I promise this won't be as boring as your high school economics class. In fact, understanding budgeting could be the key to unlocking your dream vacation, buying that shiny new gadget, or even retiring early. Intrigued? Let's get started. So, what exactly is budgeting? At its core, budgeting is simply a plan for your money. It's like giving every dollar a job before it has a chance to slack off. Imagine you're the CEO of your own life and your money is your workforce. You wouldn't let your employees wander around aimlessly, would you? Of course not. You'd assign them tasks and make sure they're working towards your company's goals. That's exactly what budgeting does for your finances. But why does budgeting matter so much? Well, let me paint you a picture. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old marketing executive who always seemed to be living paycheck to paycheck despite her decent salary. She'd often find herself dipping into her savings for emergencies, like a last-minute concert ticket or a sale at her favorite store. Sound familiar? Sarah decided to give budgeting a try, and within 6 months, she had paid off her credit card debt and saved enough for a down payment on her first home. That's the power of budgeting. Or consider Tom, a recent college grad drowning in student loans. He felt like he'd never be able to get ahead financially. But by creating a budget, Tom was able to identify areas where he could cut back. Goodbye daily lattes and allocate more money towards his debt. 2 years later, Tom's loans were history, and he was planning a celebratory trip to Europe. These aren't just fairy tales. Folks, these are real-life examples of how budgeting can transform your financial future. Now, I know what you're thinking, but budgeting sounds so restrictive. I don't want to give up all my fun. Here's the thing, budgeting isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and goals. It's like going on a diet. You're not giving up food altogether. You're just being mindful of what you eat. With budgeting, you're not giving up spending. You're just being intentional about where your money goes. Let's break it down even further. A budget typically includes your income, the money coming in, and your expenses, the money going out. The goal is to make sure more money is coming in than going out. Revolutionary concept, right? But it's not just about balancing the numbers. It's about prioritizing what's truly important to you. For example, if traveling is your passion, your budget might allocate a larger portion of your income to a travel fund, while cutting back on other areas like dining out or subscription services. Or if you're saving for a big purchase like a house or a car, your budget might focus on building up your savings account. The beauty of budgeting is that it's entirely personal. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. But here's where many people get tripped up. They create a budget and then never look at it again. That's like mapping out a road trip and then driving with your eyes closed. A budget is a living document that needs regular check-ins and adjustments. Life happens, incomes change. Unexpected expenses pop up. Priorities shift. Your budget should reflect these changes. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: tracking expenses. I know. It sounds about as fun as watching paint dry, but hear me out. Tracking your expenses is like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see where everything is. You might be surprised to discover you re-spending $100 a month on streaming services you barely use, or that your occasional takeout habit is actually costing you a small fortune. There are tons of tools out there to make expense tracking easier. From simple spreadsheets to fancy apps that link directly to your bank account. Find a method that works for you and stick with it. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. But what if you're terrible with numbers? Don't worry, budgeting doesn't require a math degree. In fact, there are plenty of simple budgeting methods that can work for even the most number-phobic among us. One popular approach is the 50-30-20 rule. 50 of your income goes to needs like housing and food, 30 to wants like entertainment and hobbies, and 20 to savings and debt repayment. It's a straightforward way to ensure you're recovering all your bases without getting bogged down in complicated calculations. Another common budgeting pitfall is being too rigid. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should have some flexibility built in. Maybe you allocate a certain amount for miscellaneous expenses each month, or perhaps you build in a buffer for those months when everything seems to go wrong at once. The goal is to create a budget that works with your life, not against it. Remember, budgeting is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice to master. Don't get discouraged if you don't get it perfect right away. The important thing is to start and to keep going. Every month you stick to your budget is a step towards greater financial freedom and peace of mind. And here's a pro tip: make budgeting fun. Turn it into a game or a challenge. Can you beat last month's savings? Can you find creative ways to cut costs without sacrificing the things you love? Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Did you resist the urge to impulse buy that gadget you don't really need? That's a win. Did you cook at home instead of ordering takeout? Another win. These small victories add up over time and can lead to significant financial improvements. Budgeting isn't just about numbers on a page, it's about creating the life you want. It's about being able to say yes to the things that truly matter to you. Whether that's traveling the world, starting your own business, or simply having the peace of mind that comes with financial security. It's about taking control of your money instead of letting it control you. So, are you ready to take charge of your financial future? Are you ready to stop wondering where your money went and start telling it where to go? Then it's time to embrace budgeting. Start small, be consistent, and watch as your financial stress melts away and your dreams become reality. Remember, financial freedom isn't about how much money you make. It's about how you manage the money you have. And budgeting is the ultimate tool for smart money management. So why not give it a try? Your future self will thank you. Thanks for sticking with me through this financial journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more money-saving tips and tricks. And if you're ready to take your budgeting game to the next level, check out my next video on advanced budgeting techniques. Until next time, happy budgeting!